Maggie's sleep pattern, when she first was born, she was jaundiced, so all she did was sleep, which wasn't too bad for me, but it was a bit of a reality check when she was about 3 weeks old and she started to come right because she used to sleep for about 2 hours and wake up hungry. So you get used to that. But now that she's about 6 weeks old, she sleeps for about 3.5 hours before she wakes again. Well, when Maggie's tired, her body language changes. Normally, she's a real alert baby now, and she has a look around and she's really nosy. But when she's tired, she'll just sit there and not look at much and slowly fall asleep, I guess. And she's not as alert as she is when she's awake and wide awake, I guess. When Maggie's tired, I'll give her a feed. I'll feed her and change her bottom and wrap her up and just give her a love and then put her in her bassinet and hopefully she'll go to sleep. And if she doesn't, well, when she's overtired, she gets really grumpy. When she is overtired, not much works. I think the best thing that I find is just walking around with her and giving her a big fat love and singing her a song. Singing her a song works, so.
In the beginning, and especially that first week in hospital, Lucy and Emma were just asleep most of the time. They would wake for a feed and be back in bed in about 15 minutes, wouldn't they? They're now 8 weeks old and they want more playtime, they want more interaction. We're getting first smiles, which is fantastic because we're needing some interaction from them, aren't we? We need some rewards. They have stretched some of their sleeping in the evenings for a little bit longer. Sometimes they'll go 4 hours between a feed. As we've got to know them better, we have got to recognise their tired signs more now. We have missed the window of opportunity a couple of times and just got caught up in a cycle of them being so grumpy and overtired.
Just overtiredness.
Emma, one day, she just wouldn't, once we missed it, she wouldn't go to bed at all. She was up for about 6 hours, just miserable. And for them, they'll be all happy and their arms will be moving nice and slowly and suddenly they'll start doing jerkier movements. And they do obvious things like yawning and their eyes get a bit they almost get a little bit red around the rims and they start sort of...
I think the jerky movements is something to
That's
look
a
for
big
because
one.
I would have assumed that they were just more awake doing more jerky movements, but
yeah.
I've since learned that it's
they
a
also
tiredness sign.
Yeah, they also start hiccuping too when they start to get a bit fractious and a bit overtired. Once you start getting hiccups, you've almost missed it. And literally is you need to get them to bed within about 5 minutes when they start doing this. Another thing that we found really useful is wrapping them, containing them. And part of that is from my neonatal knowledge that they have a startle reflex for at least 3 months. And they will startle themselves and frighten themselves in their bassinet if their arms are out. So, and if they're on the floor having some tummy time or playtime and one gets tired, we listen to them. If she's tired, she gets wrapped and she gets put to bed, and her sister might start for 10 minutes longer. They dictate what happens. Yeah.
Now when she's tired, she rubs her eyes and she'll start getting all fidgety, and then when you hold her, she'll rub her face against your chest and then just fall asleep in your arms like a little baby. Yeah, and it's real cute.
Sophie's tired signs are, it's just a little cry, a half cry. After she's been sitting quietly and laughing and we've been talking to her and holding her and stuff. I also know the time as well. I mean, she's awake for about an hour, hour and a half, and I know she'll be tired anyway, but she'll make this, just a little cry, just a little sort of moan, and then I basically grab her and try and settle her down for a sleep, yeah. And she'll usually go to sleep within 5 minutes of that. If I let her go too long, it's harder and she cries a lot and it's hard work. So I watch the clock and I watch her and wait for that little cry.
It's almost like she needs to go into a frenzy when she's overtired in order to get to sleep. She'll go to a fever pitch and then suddenly just stop and she's asleep. So, but it's not pleasant.
When Jaden was first born, he slept during the day and he was awake all night, which was a real problem because my partner, he works and we need our sleep, and you can't go sleeping through the day. But now that's all changed. He's sleeping a good 6 hours at night and is awake during the day. We overcame that problem by trying to keep him more awake during the day and giving him a good feed at night time. Also giving a bath at night time helps amazing. After they've had a good bath and a good feed, knocks them out.